こんにちは。シャーロック・ホームズ・ザ・アウェイケイド続きやってきます。で、今回は、ちょっと表示させてなかった。これだ。ワトソンの患者であるステンウィック大佐のご自宅の方へ向かっています。確か使用人が失踪するという事件が起きたらしくて、その捜査に向かいます。あ、日本の貼ったら、なんでこんなところに。ここだね。うん、今もう目の前にある。今日は晴れたけど、こっちはまだ雨だね。誰かと話してる。ああ、警察が来てるんだ。
I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. And it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
おお、巡査部長さんが。他にも出生者がいるんですか？
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there.
ないように。
When life is tough and opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
なぜ捜査をしない？
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find him here breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off. Best of luck in your search.
You heard that, didn't you? The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
じゃあまずは、キムヒア証人さんの特徴は？
Tell me about Kim here.
He's foreign. A
ニュージャンルから来たマオリ人。
Biggest man you've ever seen.
屈強のところで、まさに巨人と言っていい。
Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a wit of English.
英語は話せない。学ぶ気がない。
But I made do with pointing. I invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
失踪した日時は？
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I
一昨日の
had
夜
to get them myself. He must have escaped
時
the
間が
night
経って
before
るな。
yesterday.
部屋を見せてくれませんか？
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
Of course, but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside.
部屋
Everything
に異
seemed
常はなかっ
normal
た。
at a glance.
逃げた理由はわかりますか？
Is there any reason Kim here may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have wanted. Gainful employment, new clothes,
なぜキャベツ？
all the cabbage he could eat.
詐欺か何かと勘違いしてないか？じゃあ、キムヒアは何かを盗みましたか？
Did Kim here make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No, no. I kept his wages in my safe.
所持金はあるん
For
だ、ちゃんと。
security.
ただ、金庫で管理してる。彼は前にも逃げたことか？
I take it this is the first time Kim here has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate. Should he cause any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead. I'll be here, mentally drafting my complaint.
連れてきたとか、私の持ち物だって言い方してるのを聞くと時代だなって思うよ。さて、おや、首のない像がある。 あれが物置小屋兼キミヒアの部屋か。何かあるね。見てみよう。これは土みたいだけど色が違う。
Chewing tobacco.
紙タバコ。こんなところで紙タバコか。足跡がまだくっきり残ってる。
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn out sole.
29セン
These
チ。
are a workman's boots.
労働者のブーツ。これは見れないな。こういう時は集中して。何ひざまずいた後隠れていた。
Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
なるほど。やってみよう。まずくっきりしてるから多分この人がキミヒアだ。確かに大きい。しかしただすごい痩せてる。よし、一度解いて次は部屋の方を見てみよう。粗末な部屋だ。まずは物が荒らされてるね。これは
A scrap of hessian.
ペシアの麻布に、これは
These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
争った形跡があるということかな。他には、うわ、顔の形みたいにくっきり残ってる。
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact. Someone hit their head here.
と、これがちょっとこの場に似つかわしくないね。望遠鏡
A small navy spyglass.
船乗りが使う。ここも再現してみよう。キミヒアが倒れた後っていう感じかな。今はまだ。ここは
Clothes made of hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly?
ちょっとね。これは笛かな。
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus.
マオリが使う伝統的な花笛。花笛。
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
わからないよね。これは骨だ。
Button chops.
マトンチョッポン食べ残し。これは
The ashes are long since cold.
火鉢のようなものか。さすがに何もなければ寒いもんね。これは木炭代わりなのかなって思うけど、これはなんだ。割れ目がある。
A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell
Mayaku.
after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic. Do you think Kimmy here had an accomplice in his escape?
夜逃げね。
Is this a Tanifa, a Maori
タ
water
ニ
sport,
ファー。
or something else?
綺麗に描かれてる。
Either way, it's giving me chills.
そうあ、そうだ。再現よ。ごめん。ここでマオリが使った可能性がある。ちょっと確認してみよう。あ、そうだ、その前に。これがあるの忘れてた。
No air coming through it.
通気口が作動してない。 何か詰められてる。
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
まだ他の表現が現れない。お、台車か何かの跡だ。水平の跡、車輪。
Could have left these tracks. They seem fresh.
一回話を聞いてみよう。
Are you joking? Why
あ、
would I
街
know
だ。
this?
あ、違う。
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could
Right.
it be Kimahia's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
なるほど。これはどうだろ
Has Kimahia ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even
う。
drink.
おー、酒すら飲まないんだ。
I found
酒す
chewing
ら。
tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimihia's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
なるほどね。
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahia's?
Yes, I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it.
まあ、そんな状態でうろうろされたら、確かに気になるよね。
Are you joking? Why would I know this?
だよね。じゃあ、まず、じゃあ次は、これ。
Do you happen to know Kimahia's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest, but I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
なるほど。もう一回現場に戻ってみよう。何か見落としがあるみたいだ。あとこれもちょっと変えていこう。もう一つはこうだね。キミヒアの持ち物に望遠鏡はない。だから、キミヒアと一緒に逃げた、もしくは襲った犯人が望遠鏡を持っていた。そして、ここでキミヒアをいや、犯人が倒れていたならキミヒアはまだここにいる。だからこうだ。引きずった。そしてキミヒアはこういうわけか。ここに車輪の跡があって逃げるとしたらここだ。
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
確かに変わってる。聞いてみようか。これも鍵について。
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick.
Kimihiaも持ってたんだ。
had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
なるほど。あった。変わった形。左に曲がってる。 鍵はここにあったんだ。片方の鍵だけはある。これだな。誰かが開けた。いや、キムヒアじゃない。こういうことだな。これだ。あったものが消えてる。これだ。落とした。
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
まず犯人は通気口を塞いで麻薬を入れて通気口を閉めて塞いでキムヒアが亀裂したところを引きずってこの台車に乗せて外に連れ出したというわけだな。あ、ここもか。いや、これはありえない。普段はそうかもしんない。ん？こうだね。
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimihia went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimihia inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimihia had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
なかったね。しかしどうやってキムヒアを見つけ、ここに忍び込んだんだろう。それが逆に気になるな。誰でも入れてるわけじゃなさそうだけど。
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
ええ。まず、キムヒアを酩酊していました。
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimihia's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
じゃあ次を。
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimihia. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
逃げるマナトが庭に残っていた。
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimihia never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
じゃあ結論を。
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimihia was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimihia's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimihia, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know? Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I have already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
あんまりだな。依頼料10倍にしてやる。僕は沈黙を保つ。やみつけるように。
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
あ、いかん。下がなっちゃった。ダメだね。下打ちしてしまった。さあ、どこ行ったかな。あ、かすかに残ってる。こっちだ。こっちに続いてる。海用の望遠鏡だったっけ。これか。使われた台車は。
Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair.
さすがホームズ。不思議だな。これは
Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man?
随分ドジな泥棒だ。犯人だ。
A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say
漱石。
Then we're in agreement. Well done. Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahia's cart, I gather.
よし。じゃあ、考えをまとめよう。まず犯人の特徴。望遠鏡。漱石を付着した財布。望遠鏡。で。足跡かな。あ、一つ間違えた。これも間違えた。あ、それは名刺だ。あ、これも間違えそうだ。船乗りの娘目。出た。ユミヒアを誘拐したのは船乗りだ。特別な縄の結び方に残された作業用ブーツの足跡。すべての手がかりから見て、キミヒアの誘拐犯は船乗りだ。じゃあその手がかり、キミヒアはどこに連れてかれたのか。痕跡をたどると、漱石って言ったよね。ソランド市。船乗りの結び目。あ、一つ間違えた。よし。すべての証拠はどんどんこう指し示している。犯人は船乗りに間違いない。財布には硝石が付着しているが、どんどんこうで硝石の爆発事故が起きたばかりだ。すべての手がかりから判断して、キムヒアの場所を探すには、どんどんこうへ行く必要がある。時間にする時間はない。今すぐ馬車でどんどんこうへ向かおう。
The strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident, Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there.
じゃあ、今回はここまでにしたいと思います。見てくださり、ありがとうございました。またね。